All right. Just make a quick video. Something I've been seeing from some people talking about what was wrong with Errol and everything as far as what they were seeing in the ring. I know it was very jarring for some people for what they were seeing because they didn't understand what they were seeing. I'm gonna just start off like this. Um, I saw, I remember I saw Crawford sparring in the Gleason gym in New York on a video, and he was facing some heavier fighters, bigger fighters, and middleweights and stuff like that. Obviously they have gear on there, sparring gear, but I remember one of the matches, one of the guys came in there and he was just gunning, you know, for Terrence. He was coming in there very aggressive, tried to rough him up and everything, and Crawford controlled it. Didn't really break, his routine, and after a while, promptly proceeded to break down the guy, even after it was like a roughhouse. So, from what I learned then is that even from that small moment, obviously it's going to take a lot to get him unsettled and get him out of his element. Um, what Crawford did that made EJ look so weird yesterday is he took away Errol Spence's junior jab. And that was the biggest thing that he was going to have to do. Spence is very known for using that really effective jab to probe and get in there and start his offense and everything like that. But what he simply did was he controlled the distance, and by taking that southpaw stance, he took away that advantage that Spence would have with that jab normally. He was able to counter Spence by going backwards and moving backwards, and he was able to slightly slip the jab and shoot out his own jab at Errol Spence Jr. So disrupting his timing and everything. He was disrupting a lot of his timing with that jab. And another thing is you have to understand something is Crawford, even though he is ambidextrous, I think he's naturally right-handed. So his obviously by taking that southpaw stance, his lead hand is going to be the jab hand, his right hand. So when that jab comes out, it's like a power jab. It's not even a regular jab. So it's that's why you're slowly just seeing uh, Errol Spence's head get pushed back and knocked back by the jab because it's meant for a little bit more. You know? So I would say this: um, it was a really good match. There was nothing really. Obviously, I don't think it was too much wrong with Errol Spence Jr. All he did was just take away what made Errol Spence Jr. great, and his jab was what made him great. A lot of times in all those other fights, a lot of his opponents could not make it through his jab. They couldn't take it away and then add on the relentless pressure, but Crawford took it away. And then as you slowly saw, he was countering Spence's jab, and then eventually he started walking down Spence. And that's when the real problems happened because what you have never seen Spence fight on the back foot. Spence, obviously, Errol Jr., as you've seen, is not very successful off the back foot. And you've never seen him take that step back. You know, maybe tactically, but this is the first time he really was getting walked down. So Crawford was walking him down, which also further took away from Spence's offense. Spence is a rhythm fighter who has to get his momentum, but but Crawford took away his momentum by with those good angles and those good counters. Every time Spence would try to throw some, he would be ready to counter. The thing is, he was very very sharp with those counters, and he was catching Spence who was trying to go for that jab to the body. He was catching him in the head with his left straight. So what you were seeing was a man who was slowly getting his will taken away from him, his tools getting taken away from him, and it was mentally starting to creep in, that he was gonna lose this. I mean, obviously, every time he kept going back to his corner, you saw his face get more and more messed up. He was taking more punishment, and and to be honest with you, if you can hear the times he was talking to Derrick James, it was kind of like he just kind of mumbling. Um, no, you were seeing a man get broken. Yeah, I mean, he was taking a lot of punishment. That's what was wrong. He was taking a lot of punishment, taking a lot of shots. I know the whole narrative was like, oh, he flew out of Lambo and all the other good stuff, and Crawford won't be able to hurt Spence and all this other good stuff. It's like, but hey, first up, you're in a match. You're taking accumulated blows over time. This is not like a car crash where just one event and then that's it. This is sustained attacks, which means the damage piles up over time. No matter how durable you think a man is, everybody has a point where they could take only so much punishment. And he was getting hit with a lot of clean counters. And counters usually hit you in the most vital places and the places you don't see. And to be honest with you, the sequence how he even ended the fight was off a counter. It came off of Errol Spence launching the left hand that as soon as it touched the arm of Crawford, he just released. He released he released that right hook like just it was beautiful. Just the second that it even touched his hand, he overextended and he countered off the extension and caught Spence right where his head was gonna be, and then that's just what led to the whole onslaught and the combo. So his counters were making Errol Spence Jr. very, very reluctant to ultimately go in there and battle it out. Obviously, and a couple times you've seen even Crawford walking him down and doing good work in the inside. He was countering him with uppercuts. He would discourage him with those. Like I said, those uppercuts are dangerous. When you come in with your head down and you come rushing and you're lunging in, you're giving up a lot. And you for that moment, you're giving up moments to be hit with a lot of punches. And when you lunge in too far, you might run into uppercut, which is devastating, as you saw knock him down in the seventh round. So yeah, it was just the counter punching. Crawford's counter punching is what was wrong with Harrison Jr. He was effectively countering him. So as you effectively counter someone, you're gonna slowly discourage them, and obviously as you hurt them, that's what you were saying. That is exactly what you're saying. For all the casual fans, I know they didn't understand. He took away Errol Spence's jab. He got distance from the jab, and he countered every time Spence would lunge in. He was also countering Spence with a power jab. That was another thing that was hurting Spence. The first knockdown was off the jab. So you need to understand how powerful his jab is. It's like getting hit with his left straight in a sense. It's almost like he's getting hit with a right straight. The jab damn near is almost as straight because it's so powerful. So he hits hard. He hits very hard. Here's a I mean now that's the eighth welterweight he knocked out for a reason. He punches hard. He gets these guys out there for a reason. He has power. I know it's hard to believe, but no, the smaller man was the bigger puncher, like by a long shot. And I always knew it. I was like, Crawford's a counter. He's a counter puncher, but he's a counter puncher with power. That's why he puts people down. So still shout out to Errol Jr. Like I just know like a lot of people been talking about, oh, what's wrong with Errol? Just to give some insight. He took away that jab, and Errol Jr. does not know how to fight on the back foot. And because he took away that jab, he kind of took away everything that made Errol Spence Jr. great as far as how he works off his offense. And another thing is Errol Spence Jr. doesn't use a lot of head movement. because he didn't get ahead off a line. A lot of these attacks, he was getting caught because he doesn't move his head. Crawford's moving his head a whole lot. So yeah, that's just simply all what it is. For the casuals and everything, who people want to know what happened, why that happened. It's just simply because Crawford took away his tools. You know, as any good fighter will do, they'll take away the tools that make you great, and they'll leave you in limbo. And Errol Spence didn't have any other backup plans, so he did what he could. But yeah. So that's why you got the devastating knockout from Crawford, and that's why I was saying it the whole time. Spence has a great jab, but if you can take away that jab, you nullify a lot of what he does. You nullify a lot of what he does, and Crawford showed that. He showed that there's levels to this. So anyway, once again, congratulations to Crawford. Um, Hopefully that makes it a little better for the casuals. I know they're in, I know a lot of them are in shock still as to what just happened, but Crawford punched hard and took away that jab. Yeah. Y'all have a good day. Like and subscribe if you like this sort of stuff. But yeah, have a good day. Congratulations again to the first undisputed champ of the four Bel Air welterweight, man. Just it's an achievement. And still, congratulations to Spence. I mean, because it was still a historic match, regardless of how he got beat. Props goes off to both of those men. I like both of them. It's just the style that I knew Crawford had the style to beat Spence. Um, Spence Jr. He could come back. He still beat other people. You know. I don't know about the rematch though. I don't think I want to see it. I I would have liked him to, see him go fight Charlo, but Charlo about to go fight Canelo, and that's a whole other story. I was waiting till this fight was over to even get into that situation. But yeah. Um, so y'all have a good day, evening, whatever. Yeah, yeah. Peace.